Hey, welcome. We're back in Timberborn in our Cavern Beavers colony. And yeah, we are going to have to do a couple of things just to make sure we survive. I'd like to get to the metal, but the big thing that I want to focus on today is maybe getting some dams down here. We had some good suggestions, so I think we're going to start with those. Also, to get over here, I think we're going to start by putting a dam across here. Is that going to trap in some of this bad water? Probably. But we will see if we can maybe work around that. So we're going to do maybe two here, and then we'll do, how about maybe 1 and 2 here. And to get to each one, let's go ahead and put in, you know what, we'll do this, and this, and this. And that should give them a full path across there. Now, will this not work out great at the beginning? Yeah, with this bad cycle here, this is going to get filled, but we're going to do what we can do, hopefully, to take care of that. The next thing we need to do is probably figure out what we need to do to make this area a little better and this area a little better. We've got some trees here that we're going to want to plant for. In fact, let's go ahead and get up a forester right in here. We'll do, yeah, let's do that. And we'll do a couple of lumberjack flags maybe around there, far enough out that they won't get too badly taken down by the bad tide here. And hopefully there's not a lot of bad tides left. Or at least not a lot of bad tides for this upper area. This lower area, I think, is going to be a problem for a good while, and we'll figure that out as it goes. We want to close this gate here, just so we don't get more bad water in there. These have already stopped functioning, but we're going to let everything else function just the way it is for now. Looks like these guys are still working. We're going to go ahead, activate all of this. Actually, you know what? We could probably put guys in here instead of putting guys in here. That gives us 2 should be enough. That'll get us a little bit of food. That'll get us some gears that we need for these extra tanks. And it looks like we've got a 10-day bad tide. So we're going to have to figure out how to live through that. Here, these are never going to come back. Those are always going to be underwater. So we'll take them out and work from there. Now, we've got storage for these logs, so they don't have to go quite as far. That's good. How about over here? We've got 4 haulers. You know what? Let's take that down to maybe 2. And that'll give us a little more manpower, beaver power out in the world here. That's fine. These will eventually all quit, and we can probably move them back. Speaking of moving back, I think we're going to move this over and put a 3rd one here, as these 2 don't seem to be pulling in quite as much as they need to. So let's mark all of that there, and all of that there, and that should be okay. Let's also get rid of these ones on the corners here, because I have other plans for some of those. Specifically this one and probably this one. But we'll get there when we get there on those. Oh, I gotta turn this back all the way back to 16 hours, or else these poor beavers are gonna go through that water way too quickly. Looks like the bad tide is pretty much here and going to be here to stay. Since we are aiming to get over to this metal, we might as well go ahead and plan that out while they work on stuff to build. So we'll just come straight up there. Well, that worked out pretty well, didn't it? We'll do that, and then let's grab... I did add the ladder mod in. I haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm sure we'll use it eventually. We'll come over here. We'll get the scavenger flag. Yep, there we go. We'll do a couple of those. We'll come down here. Get more trees set up. Pull in trees. Let's do those. Cut trees. We'll say this one, these, that one. All of these in here. We are going to want to cut those out of there, and we got to cut these out too. So, you know what I might do is just take a set of stairs, put them here, and then plan for maybe trees to be cut out of here. So, let's, I don't know what I'm doing. We need that. There we go. We don't need stairs, we need this. But, then again, we actually do need stairs, because we're going to have to come down here and probably cut all of those out as well. So we'll make sure those are marked. We'll mark that, but we're not going to get it anytime soon. Yep, that's kind of a wasteland here. And I think pretty much anything that we're going to plant here is not going to survive. We could try some shorter life trees, but in all honesty, I don't think anything will survive that well until maybe we get that gate up here to redirect flow from here out and off the map. It's going to take a little bit to do. In fact, let's make these kind of the prime thing to work on here. We'll do this and that there. We'll take cut trees. I'm going to remove these, so these go out first. We'll come back to that. Don't really need to worry about these as much. Just these in this area, so that can go. Then we'll worry about that later. They've got plenty of things to do in the meantime. Let's see if we can turn the science back on. I don't know why it's taking so long to... They either need to harvest these, or they need to... Okay, one's going out. Good, good. Alright, so that can go away. There we go. And we're going to do 2 of these, and then we'll put these 2 back. And I want those super high priority so that we have plenty of time for our beavers to get there and take care of things. And you'll be for harvesting kohlrabi. You'll be for harvesting the cassava. There we go. Should be okay. Do I need beavers in there? Not quite. I think they're okay on those for now. We can leave that. We can pause all of these, though, and get the extra beavers, because they are definitely not pulling in any water at the moment. So there we go. Now we've got 3 beavers back. We've got planks. We've got all this stuff over here. They're building this. This, of course, won't be any good for the moment. Can we put one of these maybe down here to grab some logs? And maybe come over here. Oops. Why did that do pine trees? I don't know why that did pine trees. Okay. We won't question it. We'll do that. Are those out of range for you guys? No. I just didn't have them marked. That's fine. We can live with that. This is all good to go. Do I need berries? No, we'll turn them on just in case we get extra people. For the most part, are they not? They don't want to go to the campfire. So, since they're bored of the campfire, let's get them maybe a little bit more well-being. We'll put some rooftop terraces up here. There we go. Something like that. And that's all looking good. But I tell you what, since we're getting across there, and we'll get up to the metal here eventually, I would like to think ahead and get more metal taken care of. And while we never have figured out what causes this cave to be mystic, I know that it's definitely got some power coming out of the tunnel here in the form of water power. So if we just take a couple of compact wheels and we put them along the front there, that should be a decent amount of power, at least enough to power ourselves a smelter so that we can start on that. Tell you what, let's get some storage too. Probably be doing more storage around here. We'll do that. And then we'll do 2 of these. There we go. They can work on those at their own pace, whenever they can get to them. What to do in range, huh? Oh, you already done? Okay, that's fine. You can go find something else to do. Beaver is contaminated. I'm not sure why the beavers are contaminated. They shouldn't even be down here right now. So, okay. Well, they're almost across here. Once they get across, it'll be a quick race across here. Hopefully there'll be enough trees to get them through all of that. Doing range. Oh, you too, huh? Pause you. Nothing in stock there. We take a road up and around and maybe get some of these dead trees here. Yep, let's put those in. We'll make sure they're marked cut. There we go. Got storage there. Let's do maybe storage here. We do 2 here. And we do logs. Maybe logs. Oh, those are the wrong ones. Those are warehouses. I want... Is that what I put up over here? Yeah, it is. I want piles, not warehouses. Pile, pile, and pile. Here it can be pile and pile. That should, hopefully, give them a little chance to pick up stuff, get all of this other stuff done and out of the way. Our trees are not looking great here. Let's send him off to find something else to do. He can surely cut down too, can't he? We do have science coming in. That's good. We're going to make it through there. We've got a decent amount of planks, which is good. Let's say I would like this done at a more normal speed, I guess you could say. Spot. Food is holding in. Water's holding in. And we got 1 and a little over a half days to go. I think we should be fine there. They just have to get some of this stuff built. But in all honesty, that's not going to help because of the bad water. This won't help because of the bad water. These, I have to kind of wait for science to catch up on those. So, what are they? Are they still building this? There we go. Let's get somebody in there. I'll tell you what, we'll just move these. Now that we're a little farther along. Thought I would need those earlier than I did. Let's get all of that. This guy can... You know what? We might just put in maybe a second one to speed up the process. There we go. Those 2 to cut all that down. And then we will have to get down here eventually, but we will figure that out as we go, I think. It might not be as easy as I think. We're gonna... Let's take a tree down here, or maybe a path down around this tree. This can be logs. I built warehouses again, didn't I? Yep, I did. I don't know why I keep doing that. And path here. Path down through here. We're going to put levees in here. There we go. They might not be able to get to them right away, but it's about to switch back to good tide, so that's at least something. We'll get that. Take you out of there. We'll do this. We'll do that. This can be for logs in general. This can be for planks, but obtain, so that they can get here. There we go. We're going to lower this down, and I'm going to hope this good water washes out a lot of this bad water, but we're going to find out here. These 2, actually part of our workforce, looks like it can be redirected back to the pumps again. And we might turn this back on and just see how we do. Those two things got to keep working there. What is this putting out? 33. Not great. But it is working well enough, I suppose. There we go. Bad water's slowly bleeding out of there. It might get pushed back here before the end of the wet season. We'll have to see. If this gets cleared out, we can turn these on and really pull in a bunch of logs from that. Our water is not looking good, but we've got to wait until this clears out just a bit, or else it's going to cause problems down the road for us. Let's see. Water, food. Food, I guess, is okay. It should be all right. Well, if this would hurry up and clear out. Come on, you can do it. You know what? That might be as good as we get for a minute. Let's go ahead and let some in there. It might splash around just a bit. Let's prevent that. Or make it worse. Whatever. Okay. Good. Good. That's all cut back up. The area is mostly green. I can tell the contamination is definitely taking its toll on the farmland here. Hopefully most of that works its way out in the river and is replaced by good water. I don't know what we could do to really change that, but we'll figure that out. There's another bad tide approaching, unfortunately. Are these all... You know what? Let's go to prioritizing these. There we go. Oh, I need to turn up the hours, I think. We're going to go back to 24 for a bit. Just so we can get as much done as possible. Let's turn this into water. We're going to say obtain, obtain, obtain. You guys should all be pointing outward, basically. Outward, outward, and outward. All looking good there. I want 2 more people to help move this stuff around, get as much water as possible, get this filled up. We get a drought in here. It's odd that we're actually kind of praying for drought, but, you know, it might be the thing that we have to do. Let's turn these on. Let's get these made. There's this. And can we get this done? At least these done before the end. We'll keep an eye on it before the drought comes back. We will, we'll make sure to pause all of this so they're not down there causing problems. But you never know. We are super low on beavers. Okay. Well, they've got this up there, but somehow they didn't get other things up there. You know what? I'm going to pause one of these again. Those are still paused. These all have people in them? Nope, no people, so we're going to pause them. There we go. That's not got any people in it, and it won't do us any good to put any in there right now. You definitely need a person, so do you. There we go. How are our planks doing? Barely any. Gears, I think we're going to pause those. I'm going to keep up on this, but we can go down to just 1 here, just to power that. There we go. Well, we're sort of surviving. Sort of. Not really, but sort of. Getting along here. We've got these in. That's looking good so far. So let's get past this next bad tide and we'll see where we make it to. We managed to make it through that one pretty easily. We've got plenty of extra food. We've got a decent amount of water, but we're still going to turn the water back on here just as soon as we can to get that going again. We've got our 3 wheels here, which altogether they're putting out 415 power. That's not bad for 3 little wheels. They are working on our smelter. It's going in. Over here, I did have to delete the stairs or else they just would not stop coming down here, even with it paused. So I don't know what's up with that, but we'll let them get to that. we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and I want to make sure that this is all high priority because I want this to get done as soon as possible. As you can see, the bad water did kind of go down during that because I shut it off completely. So you can see it's getting pushed back to the far corner. Eventually that will dissipate, or at least I hope it will dissipate. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of this here. There we go. Now there's plenty of water to go through, and we can go ahead and start building this right here up. We can go something like this, and I want to make sure to get in. We'll move this path. We're going to do the old-fashioned floodgate fix. We're going to do 3 of those. We probably need... How many are there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll need 4 of them, but that's okay. Actually, in fact, am I going to need to put... If I put 2 here, I might need to put 1 down here. I'll put 2, 3. No, I probably won't. You know what? I'm going to put 1 there anyway. We're going to say that these should be what everybody's working on, because I don't want any more bad tides. So we're just going to get that done. These should have all the logs we need. Hopefully our haulers come over here. We've got 2 people over here just kind of sitting there doing nothing. So we'll get these going as well. That'll get rid of some of the logs in this area. We'll need at least 1 of those so they can get down and get to those. And then maybe another set over here so they can get to those. Hopefully whenever they can. They've got a lot to build over here. We're going to have to put these in. But we'll come back to all of that whenever they can get that in there. Oh, this should all be ready to cut if it survives this time. We've got people here. Oh, I need to lower this. This should be all good water from here on out, which hopefully means that a lot of this goes back to being good land. Yes, it does. We've got a lot of science as well. So with the extra science and the extra water, first of all, we're going to start with the fluid dump here. Yep. Second of all, we're going to go with the double shower. We're going to put 1 right there. And then we're also going to do a couple more. There we go. That'll keep them a little more happy, hopefully. Looks like they've got a lot of this in. They're almost done with the metal place. They still need those, but we kind of figured those would be kind of in the way. We'll move those guys out of the way. Oh, we've got more over here. There we go. They're probably full, so they can go find something to do. I really wish the Find Idle Beavers was working again. Last I tested it, it was not, but hopefully it will be soon. Do I need anything else from down here? I don't think I do. So I can go ahead and take that out of here. Let's say that's super high priority for them to come and pick up. Same with this. And they can just fill this back up and build more of this. But I really hope to get this done. Let's go up to 20 hours here, so that they get more and more done. We've got plenty of water in there. This still looks a little murky, but the contamination is not seeping onto the land, so I'm not quite as worried about it. Looks like they've got good to go there. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, looks like I would have needed that. So we'll get all of those in there. We'll say all of this. Very important. We'll have to do 2 more in case of bad tide right here. But we got to wait until they get all of this done first, which they should be able to reach from down there. Or at least I hope so. This can be an acquire so that they actually get those logs here. There we go. Now they shouldn't have to bring those so far. Our planks are okay, so we can probably turn this off. That plank maker's not on. And this is all good water. So let's go ahead and get these guys down here to get these logs while we can. And hopefully there'll be enough for this to finish up. They're working on some of the outer portions. I'd really rather them work on something else, but you get what you get kind of thing. Looks good. Oh, there's a drought. Okay. Well, that drought is actually a good thing because that means they can continue working on this and we should be able to get it in before the next bad tides. So a drought might not be so bad. Also, we've got a bit of a food problem, it looks like. So we might go back here and say demolish all of that. We're just going to demolish everything here. And maybe we'll put up a farm over here and a farm over here. Because when the drought comes in, we'll close off all of that. We've got a decent amount of water. I would like maybe another water tank there just in case. They should be able to build that. We have 10 beavers sleeping outside, don't we? That is not what I wanted to see. Okay. Well, we'll put this up here temporarily. I don't know if that's going to stay or not, but if it doesn't, that's fine. And we'll make sure that this gets in there. Everything so far seems okay. Did we get this done yet? Nope. We're still waiting on planks for it. You know what? We probably don't need quite as many people on the pumps for right now. We can send them out to do something else. Planks are still looking good. We have full complement there. Nothing to cut down, so there's not a big point putting them in there. These can actually go, because we don't need them. These are going pretty well. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get a couple more farms in here. We'll do farmhouse maybe here. Maybe one across the road here. And then let's see what else we have. We have the cassavas. How about soybeans over here? Many as they can do. And then we'll do a short field of canola here. You know what? We'll do soys over here. All soybeans. All soybeans over there. And then that should be plenty of canola just for now. But to make the soybeans, we're going to have to get in another one of these. So, can I put it here, maybe? I can put it there. And I'm also going to need the oil press, which the oil press I can probably just put in right there. There we go. That should connect everything in there. Gears are there. We could probably put a little storage along here as well. Let's get the storage ready. This will be for canola. This can be for the oil. Let's turn you... Actually, let's turn you off. And we will turn these two back on. There we go. Let's get somebody in here. Planting up some trees. They'll have to get those made. We'll have to get these taken care of there. There we go. I think this bridge is going to make it in there before too long. And if we can get our metal taken care of this time, we should be all right. But let's go ahead and we'll just skip ahead. Oh, before I do that, let's go ahead and put up one more forester over here. We will put you, let's say here. And then this whole section is just going to be oaks for now. And we will even toss in maybe a forester here and a forester here. And that should be good. We'll let them work on that, and we'll check back on this and the dam here in just a second. There we go. Our bad tide switch, I probably could have put one of these as a regular levee, but it's fine. It looks better this way. We've got these going. These are all the way up. These are down, so all the water should be flowing out this way. I don't think it flows off the back of the map over those. I don't think. Last I knew, these were all blocked off, but I could be wrong there. But the water seems to be flowing out this way just fine. We'll keep an eye on it that it's going over the dam. At some point, we might switch those out for double or triple floodgates, but hopefully this at least lets us keep out of the bad tides from there. A couple of other things. We've got most of this done. We've taken care of getting the scrap here. In fact, we can probably start those guys back up next time there's a beaver available for them. We're planting our forest over here, getting all of those trees. Our smelter is in, which is good. That means we can start, finally, getting the metal blocks, which the metal blocks let us get the new tubeway station and tubes and our solid tubeway, which is awesome. That's a whole lot of science, but we're doing okay on science, so we'll get a couple more beavers and help cover that. Food and water should start to really take off now that we have the soybeans and the canola oil. They just got to get them in processing. This is fine. We'll pause you for a second because we don't really need that. I don't know why there's a mess of logs on the road, but somebody should pick those up before somebody gets hurt. Let's go ahead. Take those out of there. We'll take those out of there. We'll add an extra tree there. They should be good to go now. So this, I think, really helped. Some weird survival tactics with the dam and with the switching on and off over here. But I think overall it's gonna work. So we should have a much more stable colony now. So until next time, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by and hope to see you next time. Bye!